Hey y'all, what's good? It's your grown man John Beal, and I'm here to talk about 22 careers in music, including some cool jobs for some non-musicians. And I'm getting this information from, let me give you credit for tradeschools.net, so you can check this out for yourselves. Um, so let's just kind of dive into it. 22 jobs for musicians. All right, so many of you all have dreams of being super, successful, but let's just be real. Everybody's not going to be Taylor Swift. Everybody's not going to be Beyonce. Everybody's not going to be Bruno Mars. For people in my generation, everybody was not going to be Michael Jackson or whatever. Some people are just going to be great musicians, great performers, great at this, and they may never be a household name. But even if you don't get to that status, you can have an incredible, viable career, making a good living doing music. Even right now, we're in the age of AI and digital downloads and all of this other stuff. You can still win at this thing. All right, so let me just jump in. Jump in. All right, first thing, entertainment lawyer. You can be an entertainment lawyer, writing professional performance contracts, dealing with copyright issues. That's gonna be really key in the next few years, because you have people that are really doing a lot to challenge copyright stuff and intellectual property, especially in this age of AI. So that's going to be key. Ensuring that publishing and licensing agreements are satisfactory, overseeing intellectual property concerns. Entertainment lawyer. Music producer, that's number two. Would you like to be the creative visionary who oversees the production of a song or an album? So, what is it? Excuse me. What is the definition of a music producer? A music producer is very simple. It is someone who actualizes an idea or a concept and turns it into a commercially viable product. Someone who actualizes a concept or someone's vision and turns it into a commercially viable product. You have an idea for a song, you bring it to me, I turn it into something that could potentially be commercially ready for radio, streaming, um, broadcast, or you know, licensing, sync licensing. You need a producer is the one that takes your song concept and turns it into that. And producers can make as little as $400 to $500 per song to as much as $10,000 to $15,000 or more per song in this day and age. All right, just kind of depends on your notoriety and the level of the client that you have. All right. Um, Sorry, my phone rang, and this is live stream. All right. What else? Okay. Number three, artists and performers manager. You can manage artists. That's just it is what it is. You can manage artists. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that one. Artists and performers agent. You can book artists. You can be their booking agent. That's different from the manager. Sometimes they're the same. Sometimes they're different. But an artist or a producer's agent. All right. Number five, a DJ. You want to share your love for music? You think you have what it takes to keep the party going, and but you don't necessarily play an instrument? Hey, you can play the turntables, whether it's CDJs or whether it's mixing MP3s or whatever the technology is. It's an art form to being able to play the music that people want to hear to set the tone for whatever the occasion is. Being a DJ. All right, number six, a video game composer or sound designer. That's key. Um, we're in a day and age of gaming. People love to play video games. Guess what? There has to be sound and music that goes with all of these games. My boys love, love, love the game Halo. They also like Tekken. This I know they're old school. These are old school games, but my boys love them. They like some of the new games, first person shooter games as well, but they love the music. And somebody had to write this stuff, and it's cool. Um, some of it may be AI composed, but really, it's the heart and soul of someone's hard work that went into making it great. All right. Public relations, PR specialist. You got bands, you got artists out here that don't really know how to deal with their public. You can be their PR, their spokesperson to help them get um, their publicists, their um, how they get to the public, how people know them, scheduling their interviews, their newspaper or magazine write ups or blogs or whatever the media is, whether it's print or online. Yes, I did say print. Print still exists, but and even though it's smaller, it's still there. I know I'm aging myself a little bit, or even handling your social media presence. Social media is key. Everybody's on social media now, but having a publicist is key. All right, number 8, a singer or a musician. Dream of performing for a living? You're not alone. Singing and working as a musician are among the most popular careers in music. You can that falls as an opera singer, musical theater, background singer, session work, session performance, working for commercials, singing at churches, all kinds of things that can actually potentially earn you money. All right. Um, also, let me just go down the listing here. Cruise ship musician, accompanist, playing aside other musicians, dancers, or singers, and then classical musician. The pay range on these can be anywhere from a few $100s a day to a few $1,000s a day, or even hundreds of $1,000s a day, depending on your skill level, popularity, and luck. Let's just call it what it is. All right. Number 9, music publisher. Once a song is written, somebody has to make it available to ensure those who composed it receive fair compensation for it. Music publisher. There's a lot to deal with on that. All right. Number 10, film composer. Just like with the gaming composer, every movie you see, every television show you see has music. Somebody has to write this music for it. Don't think that you're gonna like just all of a sudden, hey, I'm gonna be a film composer and you're gonna get the next, big blockbuster film. 9 times out of 10, you gotta start small. Here's my best advice. If you're a student right now, find a film student and partner with him, that film student. And as they get better, they're gonna remember that you started off with them. And as their films grow and they get more work, guess what? They're gonna remember that you started with them, and you will grow with them. All right. Songwriter, artists, composers, they need lyrics. Write songs. There's so many singers out here that are great, that are dope, that don't write their own music. Either they can't or they just don't have the time to. And you may not be a great singer, but you may have the gift of the pen. Hey, write songs. All right. Number 13, conductor or musical director, for all kinds of ensembles need conductors or musical directors. Generally, you need at least a master's degree to work with a symphony. A bachelor's degree is often required for directing a choir or something of that nature. I personally am a musical director at my church. I make a pretty good living doing so, and I do have a bachelor's degree. All right, music supervisor. Every good soundtrack for a movie has somebody who makes the decisions as to what songs go where, and they also usually have a big say in what the film composer does for the score along with the director. So the music supervisor, the director, and the composer work and the producer work very, very closely together to ensure that the songs and sounds of the film um, match what's going on screen. All right. Number 15, concert promoter. Visualize the concert that you've attended and who made it possible. The fact that there were people there or they weren't people there. Where they put it on. Concert promoters. All right. Going on. All right. Music therapists. As a music lover, you've probably realized that music has many healing properties. So the medical community also recognizes this. And so there are careers in music therapy. Oftentimes, people will hire musicians to come in to healthcare facilities to provide a soothing sound or a soothing environment for patients that are really, really sick that can use some healing. And there's money available for that. All right. Number 17, music teacher. Share your passions for music with others by teaching students how to sing or play an instrument. My heart and soul goes out to you that um, follow that vocation. God bless you. It was not for me. I did it for a second. Yeah, the classroom is not for me. I do teach. I teach one on one. I teach, individuals that want to be in my class, but it is so necessary to expose the kids and God bless each and every one of you that is a music teacher. And I am so thankful for my music teachers. I have right now I could name every music teacher I've ever had, and I love, 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 love each and every one of them. From yeah, we'll just keep going. Music journalist. Number 18, music journalist. That's anyone who can provide a review of a concert or album online. And it is definitely a competitive field. It's hard to get into. You got to be a great writer, first of all. And then you have to have a great understanding of multiple genres of music and the nuances of what makes a performance great from what just makes it okay. So, a music journalist is number 18. Number 19, instrument repairer or tuner. Hey, people play instruments, they're going to break. I spend a couple thousand, I'm a pretty, intense music professional. I play live, I produce music, and I'm also a composer. And I have lots and lots of music equipment. And periodically something breaks. I spend at least probably $2,000 a year in maintenance to all of my stuff. And I know that the guy who repairs my stuff, he lives in a fat house. Yes, he does. He makes a butt ton of money because not only does he repair my stuff, he repairs a lot of other people's stuff. And, and most people who are professional touring musicians in the Atlanta area use this particular guy. Why? Because he's good and he turns it around quickly. If you want to know who he is, DM me and I'll send you his information. All right. Number 20, A&R representative. A&R stands for artists and repertoire. A&R reps rely on analytics and digital streaming platforms, and they try to figure out what's hot and help artists develop and develop their repertoire so that hell, I don't know what A&R representatives do anymore. I think this one right here, I don't even think record companies really use A&R reps. What A&R reps used to do was actually help artists develop and pick the best songs for their albums and releases. These days, they literally just rely on whatever the AI tells them. And I think that's part of the problem with today's society. I think we could use more real A&R reps. So if you want to go into that, be prepared to fight an uphill battle to cut through. However, I think if you can succeed, you might be onto something very lucrative. All right, number 21, Concert security guard. Hey, you don't play an instrument, you just love music and you want to constantly be around it. Hey, why not? Be a concert security guard and see what happens. All right, number 22. This is getting to the end of this thing. A concert roadie or concert technician. All right, you have lighting techs, set designers, front of house engineers. That's the main sound engineer, monitor engineers, the guys that make sure that everything sounds good, the guys that actually make sure that guys and ladies. I'm sorry, let me not be sexist here. Guys and ladies that actually make sure that the stage is set up right, that the performers have everything they need. If you don't have a good tech crew, if you don't have good roadies, a good front of house engineer, I don't care how good the band is, the concert's gonna suck if you don't have good people in place behind the scenes. And you can, roadies can make, for major concerts, can make anywhere from $150 a day to as much as $500 to $600 a day, and in some cases, the main production person can do as much as $1,000 to $1,500 per day. All right, and also the merchandisers. So that is 22 careers in music. Don't tell me that there's not a good career path for people in music. I just named 22 viable careers that can happen for you right now. This is your man, John Beal, signing off from the Basement Studio Chronicles. One love.